Hello there, it's Halo with the Armageddon Report. I want to bring this up real quickly. TornadoCoverage.com. Here are the improvements that I have made to the site. Now, if you click on these and go to the individual things, I'll zoom in a little bit more. You actually get, here's where the storm is going. So the red one is where, as of the time of the warning, where the approximate location of the storm was, and then all of these is at plus 15, plus 45 for that one. So obviously the next thing to do would be, instead of making you calculate or infer, or infer, I think would be the word. Infer the time of the other ones based on this, and then plus whatever. I should actually figure out how to calculate so it can tell you, as of this time, it will be approximately here. So you can see that, as, like if we go to this one that happened in Oregon, see it was going that way. And that's, of course, just the approximate location anyway, but that gives you a general idea if you're not looking at a looped version of the radar, which actual direction it is traveling. Also, here's a fun thing. This only seems to affect Chrome, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm hallucinating it, but if you click on one of these, it looks normal, doesn't it? Then you start scrolling, then only part of the window scrolls. But once you get to the bottom, then it's fine. Fine, completely fine. But if you click on another one, the same exact thing will happen. So I have no idea what's causing that. I am not a programmer, obviously. Right. So here's cyclokin.com, and let's talk about why this is out of date. So the Joint Typhoon Warning Center still calling this a high area of tropical cyclone formation. In fact, if you scroll down here, it still says the same thing in the issue. Image, not issue. PAGASA, though, the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration. What a name. No wonder they call it PAGASA. Anyway, is officially already calling this a tropical depression. In fact, they're calling it Tropical Depression Ferdie because they apparently maintain their own list of names. Like, for instance, the last one that came through was Doksuri, which I believe was, the Korean word for eagle. They were calling it Dindo, so it was Doksuri/Dindo. So anyway, this one, I believe it would need to reach tropical storm status to achieve the name Vicente. So it would be Ferdie/Vicente. So PAGASA is already calling it a tropical depression. Japan's meteorological agency also calling it a tropical depression as well. It's the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, which happens to be where I get my data. They're the only ones who are out of date, apparently. Active weather hazard thingies. So we've got severe thunderstorms up here. Flooding apparently there. Lots and lots of heat. How fun. More flooding looks like. Let's click on one, make sure. Yes, flash flood watch. So how fun. Hey, on the plus side, maybe that would end the drought in those areas, but probably not, unfortunately. Here is the latest outlook, because that's how late I'm doing it today, is it's the 2000 Zulu outlook or whatnot. And as of this one, it added a new one in Arizona. Arizona now has a slight risk, because previously it was just these 4 areas. So now we have number 5. It's up here in the Pacific Northwest type areas. One here, one there, in Arizona. Right, so the watch that's currently in effect that you saw on the other map is Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington until 8 p.m. Pacific tonight. However, with all the other areas that are going to be affected, surely there will be many more watches in effect soon. Oh, actually, I just realized all of these are out of date, so now you get to see what it had been and what it will be. Let's see if the tornado one changes. Nope, looks like it's the same exact thing. So going back to here, you saw there was previously a 30% risk, and now it's just 15% for everybody, and then 15% down there is just slight risk and stuff. This is the wind map, by the way. Did I even say that? So this is the map that shows you the probability of severe winds that are 58 miles per hour and greater. This is the map that shows you the probability of severe hail, which would be 1 inch or larger. And this is the one that shows you the probability of a tornado at all, which is 2%. And I don't remember at this point, I think it was New Zealand, but there is a country somewhere where what would probably be the equivalent of our EF0 and EF1 tornadoes, they don't consider a severe weather event. I don't know, does that mean it's happening so often they're like, oh yeah, it's just another tornado, but it's, it doesn't look like it's rotating much. And that's the thing, here you can't tell by looking at it. Now, if you see a large wedge tornado, that's probably going to be pretty destructive, even if it's not an EF5. But anyway, I think it was New Zealand. It's like if it's just it's just a weak tornado, we don't need to warn anybody. They've seen them before. They'll just, go the other direction or something. Right, tomorrow, here's what it is. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, right, with a slight risk. So, and if you see on the probability map, many more states affected by the 5%. And then Arizona and California down there with the 5% along these areas. Day after tomorrow, again with the confusing map, this is no thunderstorm areas forecast, so we look at this, and here's your 5% area. Now, days 4 through 8 is back to predictability too low. Earlier, and by early I mean what? Yesterday, they had day 7 and day 8 up here, but now apparently the models or whatnot, like the EC, NWF, and the GFS, are in loose agreement. So now the timing and or location are uncertain. I'm not sure what word that is. Uncertain enough that they have now removed it all from the map. So I actually did not read the whole thing because it's just, frankly, it's gibberish to me. Anyway, I'm assuming there's still a general threat in this area in the long range, but obviously the closer we get to it, the more we will know about it. Right. SevereWeatherTV.com is the official homepage of the screencast. Did I even refresh that? Is that the latest data? I was just going to reload everything. No, it wasn't. There you go. Whoops. Anyway, so, yeah, not like it. Hey, it's a different thumbnail. That was really important to reload it, wasn't it? Anyway, SevereWeatherTV.com, homepage, something. I don't know. Lots of weather linky things going on down there. And that was completely irrelevant. So, yes, if you are affected by the cyclone, if you're affected by Ferdie or potential future Vicente, you should apparently not pay attention to cyclochem.com yet, because, it's still this. And that's the spaghetti models. There's no official path yet issued by the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going with that. Wicked Wicks, those WICKEDWX.com, you should go there and hang out, or the Storm Prediction Center, or weather.gov, wherever you get your weather. If you want to hang out here to help me test this new site and see if it sucks or not. Wait, I can already answer that. What is it? The word unanimous census, of course it sucks. Anyway, that's tornadocoverage.com and cyclocane, CYCLOCANE.com, but of course nothing else is going on anywhere else in the world or something. Yeah, and now I've completely just gone off the rails with it, so we say, yes, it is now over.